There are exactly 30 days to go before Koreans head to the polls for the local elections, and today is also the deadline for the National Assembly to process the resignations for lawmakers running for local office. But with Parliament at a standstill, it remains to be seen whether rival parties will be able to reach an agreement to hold a plenary session today to accept the resignations. For more, we connect to our political correspondent, Ji-yoon. So, Min-ji, we hear floor leaders of rival parties met this morning in an attempt to reach a compromise.
That's right, Ji-yoon. But despite the meeting between the floor leaders of the country's four negotiating parties and the National Assembly Speaker, no agreement was reached to normalize Parliament. We've had these meetings every week, but for April and May, there have been more arguments than achievements. But with today being the last day to accept the resignations of the four lawmakers running in the local elections and to hold by-elections in the vacant districts alongside the local elections in June, there have been hopes that there would be some positive developments. If their resignations are not processed today, the by-elections will be pushed back to April 2019. Now, the National Assembly Speaker has hinted that he may convene a plenary session this afternoon, and the ruling Democratic Party of Korea, the Liberal Party for Democracy and Peace, and Justice Party have said they would attend. But the Conservative Liberty Korea Party and centrist Paramita Party remain extremely reluctant, citing the lack of movement on their proposal to appoint a special prosecutor to look into the recent opinion rigging scandal. Now, lawmakers from the main opposition party are currently blocking the entrance to the main National Assembly Hall to prevent the other parties from unilaterally convening a plenary session to process the resignations. But in order to go ahead, support from the majority of lawmakers present is needed, which adds up to 147 seats. Now, the three parties that have said will attend together, along with the independent lawmakers, make 149, so just about right. But we will have to see if rival parties do reach some sort of agreement between now and this afternoon in regards to convening a full parliament session.
Well, definitely keep us updated on that. Hopefully we'll have some positive developments after this protracted standstill in the National Assembly. Now, while we have you on the line, though, Min-ji, we're also hearing that the ruling party and government had a meeting this morning for measures aimed at creating more jobs in the private sector.
Yes, that's right. The government is seeking to expand the number of private sector jobs through improving the quality of jobs in sectors with high potential and through improved support for startups. Now, for starters, the government will offer financial support of up to $94,000 for young people starting social venture companies. And what the government refers to is firms that seek to tackle social issues such as unemployment or housing problems through creativity or technology. The government will also create a fund for social ventures worth over $110 million and gradually increase the figure in the years to come. Now, in order to spur job growth through the invigoration of venture companies, the ruling party and the government agreed to hold related contests, create customized universities to foster human resources, as well as make cluster villages in certain regions. Now, the meeting also touched upon the government's extra budget bill that's been sitting at the Assembly for over a month, saying it was drawn up to breathe life into regions facing an unemployment crisis and corporate restructuring and for the creation of jobs for Korea's young people. The ruling party and government officials called on the opposition parties for their cooperation in order to get it passed swiftly. Back to you, Ji-yoon.